win in your current game and the following game after, guaranteed with that 200% win rate. But yeah, Moskov has been on the up and rise in the Tier 2 scene overall in comparison to the Tier 1, right? We've seen it happen in more MDLs than we have seen it in an MPL league.
Oh yes, I think it is true for every single MDL region. Even for MAL, everyone's going for Moskov and Natan and just foregoing the Harif. But I expect it to be a game where there's a lot more face, not as honest as the previous series. Chip, Arlet banned out, Roger, Harif on the other side.
Interesting, interesting. A lot of gold lane bans out, and I think that Liquid Kid was able to kind of, manage no matter what. But then again, they were playing up against Asterisk that time. So against Zabs, we'll just have to wait and see, because pretty standard bans Chip and as well as Arlet from the side of the JP NINERS. The question is, are some of the top priority picks, like Matilda, for an example, going to get let through?
Yesterday, I believe Matilda was banned out both games by Asterisk when they take on ONIC Philippines. We see this time on red side, if they were to let it through, I think JP9 would definitely jump at the chance to have it. Like, Barbosa loves that hero.
Oh yeah, he definitely loves that. He also likes the Selena, to be fair. But again, it's one of those, like, you gotta wait to see what the composition is first before you start making those hard decisions, rather than going at it blind.
Right, so they banned out the Luo Yi, which was something that ONIC Philippines have shown yesterday. We have not seen that hero play by Moonji just yet. Matilda banned out, so good respect given by ONIC Philippines. His first pick could be an Arlet angle. I know JP NINERS, they do love that hero.
Arlet is banned.
Oh wait, Arlet is banned, yeah.
Do they just go Natan? I mean, if they're going to play around their gold lane, they're going to first pick Natan. If not, they could still opt to go for... Masha is too early to say it. Even then,
Novaria, right? It could be a Moonji Novaria.
Moonji Novaria, I think that's if they're playing real safe. But considering that they, got some confidence off of Falcon, they just could be looking for a power pick at this point.
What power pick? Angela there.
Okay.
It was let through finally.
All right. I don't expect Moonji to play it. I expect Barbosa to play it for now, unless ONIC PH have a response to kind of alter that situation or alter that decision.
There are a few dead giveaways that JP NINERS can put out. I was about to say, if they ever pick a Ruby, you know for a fact that it's going to be a Zab's Ruby. But I also like how ONIC Philippines, they instantly take the Ling away from Max.
Man, how much preparation have they done for this already, right? Because again, we don't expect to see Ling picked so early on, if not blind against your opponent on first rotation on red side.
Just really wanted to deny that from Max, right? It was a hero that when Max played it against Todak, in week number 5 of MPL Malaysia, that was what gave them one of the best comebacks in the regular season, and subsequently, preventing JP NINERS from getting relegated from MPL. Baraz also getting picked up, so ONIC Philippines taking away big power picks that would really have benefited from the Angela.
All right. I would have said the Roger lock in here for the side of Max, but it's already banned out. Man, Yishin would be so hard to play in this game.
He picks Amon again.
Grange. Oh, Amon might not be too bad.
They might just put him back on the Fredrin, yeah. So
okay.
Fredrin, Moskov. So going back to a very standard comp for JP NINERS.
Interesting. Okay, so at least with Moskov, they have some form of counterplay against the Ling, assuming that he doesn't have, the Ling doesn't have the ult at that point of time. Final pick on the first rotation here. They could also respond with their own gold laner. It could be, well, to be fair, if they want to get really, really wild. No, then again, they already have the Barats. Yeah, the Natan is the safest pick.
Yeah, so obviously, both teams just showing their hand very early on. It's, no flex potential, considering that, especially you have Ling and Barat. So second phase, you're looking for a mid lane ban if you are ONIC Philippines. Let's start with banning out the Yuzhong first.
Okay, they want to make sure that at least the Swiss Army Knife matchups, I think they're also going to get rid of CC as well, if that is the case, right? Especially knowing that your Barats is going in blind, you might as well take out some of the worst picks to deal with as the Barats.
Could be the Export too. But I guess if you have Ling and Natan, you're not that worried.
Yeah, I feel like against Xborg, at least Barats is able to just focus on clearing the waves. If you have to deal with like Yuzong, then it's like, oh, not only can he somewhat clear the waves, but he actively trades against you, which is not something you really want to do, especially in the earlier phases.
So the Grok ban coming out from JP NINERS. The instant pivot into the Farmist. So they are still... So they're going to let the CC through also, which is a pick that they themselves would go for if they didn't have the Barats.
Do they have enough enablers here? I feel like JP NINERS at this point of time, having the Angela makes sense. Fredrin, a good enabler. Having the Moskov, another enabler. But now you need something that allows Moskov to land the arrow consistently. I think they could be setting up for a Novaria, but they also need one more tank. And I was thinking whether Edith was going to be a consideration for the EXP lane, but now that it's banned out by the NINERS, they've got other plans.
So the Minotaur and the Tigre are still in the game. I was even thinking whether JP NINERS want to take the Edith themselves, right? Because very good single target lockdown. Now that Edith is out, we are going back to Minotaur Tigreal. It could be a decent option for ONIC Philippines, but they decide to hold on to their Roma pick. They reveal that Vexana first.
Interesting, interesting. All right. It's either Moon is going to pick up on this Angela. If not, I don't see Barbosa playing some of his pocket strats, right? I don't see him playing the Selena, unfortunately. This is just not the game for it. As much as the Natan is going to give you an idea if you know his history, but at the very least, Novaria doesn't seem too far off, and then putting Angela into the wrong position, and then they have to figure out what is a strong enough tank that has some form of CC in the EXP side to help enable the Moskov as well.
Would Valentina work? Doesn't feel like it. So they take the Nana. So Nana and Teresa is big AoE team fights. We'll see if the Nana win rate continues. So far, picked 3 times, all 3 times resulted in a win.
I respect that. I respect that. Now they've got like some really good combinations between the heroes, all of which can still enable this Moskov to get on top of them. But now it's not just about Moskov. It's about, you know, the Molina Blitz as well. A pretty effective ability. If you just penalty zone Molina Blitz on top of the Vexana, you guarantee a kill.
Yeah, even against the Ling, right? The Ling wants to use the Tempest of Blade onto you. If you have the Molina, you can easily just polymorph this man. Just instant crowd control. I think it does allow NINERS to have some guaranteed lockdowns. Now what's going to be the Roma choice for ONIC Philippines? They're going to lock in the Tigreal. Just go back to big team fight. Very straightforward.
Interesting. I would have expected maybe single target lockdown, maybe like Cho, arguably even Kaja at this stage of the game. Both of which pretty effective of what they do. But this way, at least, if they're going to team fight and they know that they want to team fight, this Tigreal is going to open up big time for their team, breaking Purifies, forcing Purifies for free on the side of JP NINERS during their setup phase.
Yeah, both teams have a very straightforward idea, right? Both teams have a team fight comp, but of course, if you get sucked in by the implosion, that's where the Natan gets to go ham just to do damage freely. You can say the same for JP NINERS, depending on whether Ye3 can land the penalty zone of his career. This is setting up to be a very exciting game 1.
Yep, and it's going to be against ONIC Philippines versus the JP NINERS. Malaysia versus Philippines once again here in the 1-0 bracket sector. Let's jump right into this game.
We already have one team from Malaysia that has garnered kind of a high-level respect from the Philippines. We'll see if JP NINERS can be the second team to do that. The first true roadblock, in fact, after conquering Falcons, I think this would be a good way to gauge whether how far is JP NINERS in terms of the league, in terms of their power ranking.
Honestly, that's true, right? Because we've been expecting NINERS to be doing way better in our local MPL league, and unfortunately, they just weren't able to meet up to that standard. And now here at the SBS, I mean, obviously, I'm still hopeful for them, but there's a certain level of expectation I'm hoping that they hit. They're now playing standard for... this is what... Oh, no, first blood. No, he doesn't get first blood. Oh, thank God.
Thank goodness.
He's still alive. He doesn't even lose his flicker as well.
Yeah, 4 flickers on ONIC Philippines just for the penalty zone alone. Something that JP NINERS needs to keep track of. There's also been examples of this Natan Moskov matchup. It has been more and more common. Some people say Moskov wins. Some people say Natan wins. We'll see where the pendulum swings in this matchup. It seems like the good kid is having a better time.
Yeah, I think personally for me, I think Moskov wins this matchup if he has Inspire. Generally, it's about the early trading of Natan, but at the end of the day, right, you would expect that Moskov is able to find better angles against the Natan until level 4. And once level 4 turns around, that's when Zamsk has to be careful.
Almost got the stun, but he committed his movement ability and now can't get out, even with the Purify. It's first blood for ONIC Philippines.
Yep, first blood. And more importantly so, Le Good Kid willing to flicker forward just to try and stun down Zobs a little bit longer, to cut the number of auto attacks he needs to get back, needs to get out to get the dash.
Very well done. Now the fact that Ling cashed in means that he's gonna get to accelerate the tempo. Max is still level 3, just hit the 4, so means that one of the camps might have been stolen by ONIC Philippines.
It definitely has been stolen here. He hit level 4. He hasn't even hit level 5, or at the very least he should be very close to it. No, yeah, he definitely missed out a camp. If he was like very close to it, then he means that he hit all of his camps, and then he should be hitting level 5 on tempo. Now, he's taking his time here, and ONIC Philippines, they're just buying extra time for James to farm up even further. They have no need for this turtle, honestly.
Yeah, they just take their time, and they've already not just won the jungle in a way, but they also kind of freed up that goal lane a bit. Zobs is on the mid side. He's preparing for a potential fight at the turtle, but that is not going to happen for a very long time. And now Zobs shows himself, which means that there is a lot more space for the Natan.
I mean, Natan, he's still... Wait, hold on.
Flicker, explosion, Flicker penalty zone as a response from the entry, only connecting onto Turtle, but Max steals the turtle, and first blood goes over, well, first kill goes over to Moonji. Sanana with the combo, and now they're chasing onto Dur with the support of Zao from downtown. That's number 2 for JP NINERS.
All right, not bad, honestly. I was surprised that they got the turtle in the first place, but Max keeping it real with the team, and that Heartguard playing a very large part of keeping him alive. Moonji, his job is extremely simple, but at the same time, requires a lot of management. Oh, Zobs, he's dead.
He's dead. He is so dead. Can't even clear out the can.
Yeah, unfortunate. As a Moskov, against a Moskov or a Natan, sitting behind your turret is so dangerous because of the way their auto attacks work.
Now James start going into the jungle. Gets tagged up by Moonji. Can he at least get the purple buff and get out? Had to use the Tempest Ablaze to escape. But at least keeps his life. Just got the Berserker's Fury.
Good defense. I think now they should invade the enemy purple buff at this point of time, right? Or do they not know that it's already gone? Oh, wait.
It's already taken.
Wait, it was given over? Was it given over to Chovy?
Yeah, who got it?
I'm pretty sure it's Chovy, right? I don't think Kekadude actually needs it. No, he doesn't.
Wait, did Max steal it?
Did Max steal it earlier? I thought I saw the icon earlier. Huh. Looks like we missed it on this one.
Oh, that is good news for NINERS.
Oh, I get it. Okay. It makes sense now. Max did take it. Max did initially take it away, and that's why we saw the response coming in from James. And the one thing that we were seeing on the map was the little camp from that purple buff, and that's why the icon was still there.
And that is going to slow down James just a bit. He's not going to have the purple buff for a while. Turtle is spawning on the bottom side, just like the previous one. Despite Zobs going down 2 times, he's not too far behind this Natan, actually.
Yeah, it's what? 849 to 879? Yeah, really not too far away at all. Not even breaking into the hundreds, but let's see how this turtle dance is going to go. Max does have a level lead onto James this time.
Willing to let the turtle reset a bit, but not fully. Pulled over to the side of ONIC Philippines. Again, reset it.
They're worried about Dur. Because Dur has a Daytona's welcome, and Max is like, I don't want to deal with that. And even for Year 3, he's like, yeah, I don't want to get eaten either. I need a counter engage, so I don't know about this, brother, man.
No one is willing to get gobbled. James now fully committing. Daytona's welcome penalty zone. Of course, this one given over to James, and Dur facilitating a retreat. Very well coordinated.
Unfortunate. I mean, even Year 3 flickering in to try and block the Daytona's welcome before Max while mid-penalty zone. Didn't work out the way that he wanted to, but Zobs, he's got to be careful. He's getting chunked out, and now he's going to die.
Again, this time, with the help of the Angela, he's going to use the Purify to get rid of the knock-up effect. Wants to fight this, but ONIC Philippines brought in back up, and Barbosa is also going to go down. The Melinda Bliss actually didn't connect onto James. That could have been a trade.
Man, he didn't get the second part of it down. He needs to kind of like really shorten his range if he wants it to like overlap with each other a little bit more. But no excuses for Zobs though. He shouldn't be doing moves like that. Like the hard guard is giving him a false sense of hope, and it feels like he needs to trade back to find some sense of purpose in the game.
Now the lane truly freed up for the good kid. 3 assists so far, all 3 kills went over to James. And that is going to help James recover from the slight speed bump he faced early on. Overall, ONIC Philippines, they're only ahead by 2k, so not the worst for JP NINERS. Zav just got the golden staff.
Let's see how ONIC... I mean, they've unlocked this Natan, right? So the real question is, where are they going to utilize him to start crashing down on these structures? Because the good thing about Natan is that he deals with structures really, really quick with the help of his auto attacks that bounce, as well as the entropy, which doubles up on it. So at this point, James, it looks like they're setting up for another top gank as well, right? Early proxy of the wave, trying to make sure that at least they're making Ye3 lose out on EXP.
They're just trying to... I feel like they have something against Zavs. Keep bringing manpower to the top side, and this is going to be the 3rd turtle of the game. Could see a full-scale team fight here. Zav still not switching lanes. They're giving up the bottom tower to ONIC Philippines. And James will gladly take it.
He's going to take it straight away, but keep your eyes on Kekadu here. He's looking for Zavs, and he knows.
He does have the conceal. He's just going to zone out the rest of JP NINERS. Max does get the turtle, but Zavs becomes the target again. Just killed off in the back, off screen. On the Philippines, they might be able to get more than just one Ye3. He is so far away from the rest of his team as James takes out Moonji. Ye3 to follow. ONIC Philippines is with 3.
Oh man, and they don't even get the kill onto James. Bang manages to walk away with 10% of his health, 15% of his health still left here as the rest of ONIC very healthy, taking away the tier 1s and even fighting Max underneath his own orange buff.
Yeah, and the good kid, he, instead of sidestepping, he walked past Max to dodge that ult. Man, Zav is not having a good game at all. 0, 4, and 1 so far on this Moskov. Bottom tier 2 taken out.
Nobody from JP NINERS seemed to be peeling for him, right? Like Max and as well as Ye3 are very concerned about the neutral objective, and Moonji can only do so much, and Barbosa is majority of the time in these team fights playing within the heart guard, so it's not like he can keep Zav's topped up as well.
Just gotta wait. Just gotta give Zavs a bit more time. And look at the good kid. Holy Crystal on the way. Has the 3 staffs already, so another 460 gold. He is going to get the item.
He's rushing quick. He's scaling up a little too fast for JP NINERS. And I think that like with this 4 turning into a 5k lead, ONIC, if they're able to get this next neutral objective and take away 4 members of JP NINERS, they set up a checkmate situation. 3 kills onto JP NINERS is still manageable because they should be able to take out the last two tier 2s. 2 kills might be a little bit tough. At most, it's a 2k lead.
I just realized that James Pangs has the lethal ignition on the link. There it is. Holy Crystal done. This first Lord fight. How is JP NINERS going to set up for this?
I think first of all, they need to dedicate somebody to actually peel for Zavs, right? Like Zavs has just been having a really rough time. He's not done with the Trinity build, so I can understand why JP NINERS don't want to put too many resources on him. But at the same time, they got to figure out what they want to do. Play for this neutral objective or play for the fight.
Max is going to show himself. He's the only one that can walk up. They need Ye3 to be the counter engager. Good thing about ONIC Philippines draft is that even though the Barras is not a jungler, he can sit on that objective forever. And now Flicker into Daytona's welcome onto Max. They want to burst him as fast as possible. Counter engage from Ye3. Penalty zone only hitting onto 1. The hard guard barely keeping Max alive. But Zav joins the fight and instantly gets bursted by the good kid. Now the battle lines have been completely split. Appraisal Swap lands, but James, he is single-handedly dispatching the backline of JP NINERS, finding 2 more for ONIC Philippines. This Lord is gone.
ONIC Philippines continuing to pull and stretch the Niners in ways that they don't like very much. I mean, they're breaking between the seams at this point. This dough completely flattened out as ONIC PH still, despite everything, don't even lose a bottom tier 1. All of their structures are still available.
That is probably one of the best case scenario that JP NINERS could have gotten. But again, Zav's, the angle that he joined the fight, not covered by any one of his teammates, and I think Ye3 missing the penalty zone didn't help either. K-Dot just got the immortality. So this Tigro had just gotten, it's just going to be double the scary.
What is Max building right now? Sky Guardian's helmet, Oracle. I don't see
Athena next.
Radiant Armor, actually. He doesn't seem to be getting too much like physical ways to deal with physical, right? The main person who's been melting him down has been Lay Good Kid. James has been interacting with him very minimally, to be fair.
Jonas, welcome again. Zav is trying to get rid of Baraz, but Baraz still survives. They needed a bit more, and again, with the help of Max and Barbosa, they managed to get it. Even taking care of the Lord at the same time, the Good Kid had to use the Entropy to get away. It's going to be the Implosion use. Max is still tanking on, but for how long more? Actually escapes Year 3. Helps his team get away.
Good bailout from Year 3. I'm worried for Zobs at this point, right? He is losing his Purify off a cooldown. He's too happy on that trigger finger because he's worried that he's going to get jumped on by people like James. But at the same time, he shouldn't be eating free damage, like, right? He shouldn't be like taking, oh, Muji. Passive?
Let's have the passive. Okay, gets stunned. But in the Blitz is ready. Ow, I don't think Zobs follow this. He's going to try. Tempest of Blaze. Zab man fights this. The Good Kid will be the one that bails James out. 6 death for Zabs.
Why is he dashing forward? Why is the man dashing forward? Dash back. Dash backwards. Get love tapped by Barbosa. Get a free top up. Work with Year 3. There's so many ways that we can like turn this around. And it looks like Zabs, he's, I don't know, he's fighting as if he's trying to prove himself or something.
And he's officially lost the plot. On the Philippines now, can't go for the push. But without Zabs, there's just no way for JP9 to effectively hold back the Horde. They will lose the top inhibitor. Bottom one worked on by James, but does not have the minion wave. This is probably the silver lining for JP9ers, but Zabs has to really assess the situation.
I mean, Matt's gotta lock in. He's been making like a lot of spiteful and weird moves in this game and throughout these past 13 minutes, right? He shouldn't have died like 6 times. 2 of those times, easily he could have walked away. The other times, well, give or take. Give or take. Depends on whether ONIC PH makes a mechanical mistake. But overall, they seem to be in high spirits and honestly setting up for a really good endgame scenario.
His next Lord is going to decide it. And again, wow, JP9ers haven't gotten a single turret yet, and then Natan just got his blood wings. And even James purchasing the Malefic Roar. This should be a free Lord unless JP9ers pulls out some miracle. But this doesn't seem possible.
Oh, they're gonna lose Lord real fast here. Man, they just melted that away. And this Lord advantage is going to throw them into the 10k area, right? In a lot of situations, for a lot of professional teams, 10k is a death sentence. And JP9ers, they have Moonji for high ground defense and even Zabs to deal with the Lord as well as the waves. But I don't think ONIC PH can do it. Keep your eyes on him. He's going to be looking for an engage. If not, it's definitely got to be Dur.
Well, good news is that Niners actually have decent wave defense with the Moskov and Nana. As long as they don't get jumped on. ONIC Philippines, they're already starting to take up all the space on the map. Letting the wave shoved in. Top wave will not be as synced, unfortunately.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. The rest of ONIC PH is syncing, making sure that they're syncing up mid and as well as bottom side, alongside to get a consecutive collapse for these inhibitors. But let's see how they play this out.
South is going to be working on the Lord, so ONIC Philippines will take that opportunity to work on the inhibitors. Little one's already taken out. James pushed the bottom wave systematically. Just destroying the base of JP9ers.
I'm surprised that Kekadu isn't posturing himself like further forward to really start claiming this space, right? To make JP9ers sweat about the impending implosion. Here comes the Conceal.
Conceal. They do see the Tigreal. Can they break his momentum? He doesn't have any intentions of committing the implosion. It's not the time just yet. JP9ers keep the bottom inhibitor intact.
Interesting. ONIC PH playing very respectful. They're giving JP9ers another opportunity. No plays being made from the side of ONIC PH. They could not find an angle to find an effective engage to start taking down these inhibitors for free, but they will continue the siege at least.
That is a lot of damage onto Year 3, who has the immortality. But ONIC Philippines will eventually break that inhibitor. It's only a matter of time, and JP9ers now in the vice grip of ONIC Philippines, 12k behind and with no inhibitors.
Yeah, but at least they're hitting the 42K mark, right? Which means that their carry should be getting close to their final builds. We're looking at Zobs. Yep, he's on his final item here. A component in the making. Could be a Malefic Roar. Could be something else that he wants to build into from that Legion Sword. Yeah, 3 on the other hand, 3 tank items, including an Immortality. He knows his job is just to eat damage for as long as he can. Even for Max, right? We're looking at his last couple of items. He already has the Immortality, but he needs some means of actually dealing with just the raw amount of damage the good kid is pumping out at him, right? Like, I don't know. Even if he does decide to go for an Adina shield to double down on not getting bursted by people like Chovy, for an example, might not be worth his time.
I mean, he needs all the damage he can get. I'm gonna sell his boots after this. This is the third Lord of the game. And it's one that JP NINERS have to find a way to maybe try and contest. Spawn aside. They see James. What is Zav's thought process?
Oh, please don't get picked off here.
Oh, just as James leaps away.
Okay, so that at least they know he's in pinch voice form.
But Max needs help, okay? Penalty zone is committed. Zav shows up with the ult! And he is gone already. Just eats the damage off his Natan to attempt as good as it gets. But it's just not enough. James sees that opportunity, kills up Barbosa in the base. And this is the endgame scenario for ONIC Philippines. JP NINERS exhausted every single one of the avenues, and they don't even get James spanked. And ONIC Philippines with that